big question today is, as events continue to develop and crumble in Syria, if there were to be at some point U.S. or anybody else conducting airstrikes, how might Hezbollah retaliate? To my mind, there's very little doubt but that they would, because Hezbollah and Iran both are all in. Why are they willing to put themselves at such risk? Their whole standing in Lebanon, in the region, they have been exposed in these plots around the world. Mustafa Badruddin, the head of the terrorist wing himself, and 3 others are currently indicted by the UN's Special Tribunal in Lebanon for the assassination of former Lebanese Prime Minister Rafik Hariri. The Shia militia in Lebanon, which claims to be about Lebanon and Lebanon first, has been charged with assassinating the beloved former leader and de facto head of the Sunni community. It doesn't get more sectarian than that. They're already on the ropes. There are multiple reasons, but the most simple, without meaning to be simplistic or pithy, but the most simple and honest is that Iran asked them to. I quote a very senior Hezbollah official in the book, where he says, look, the bottom line is this: if you don't appreciate the fact that we sincerely believe in the principle of waliyat al-faqih, the rule of the jurisprudent, then you don't understand who we are. Most people, myself included, assess that when Imad Mughniya was alive, if Iran said, we need you to do something right now, he could kind of give them a Heisman a little bit, put on his arm and say, not quite yet, give me a little space. Iran had that much faith in him. He's gone. There's no such faith in his brother-in-law and successor, Mustafa Badruddin. They are now in a strategic partnership. And Iran is reportedly, the New York Times even reported on this recently in an article talking about Iraqi Shia militants and others from the region who are coming in. Iran is putting this to its proxies, Iraqi, Lebanese, and others, in terms of very simple, fundamental religious terms. Are you with the Shia fighting good against evil or not? Now, Hezbollah has other reasons as well. Hezbollah is believed to have about 60,000 rockets. And that's a lot of rockets. But if I gave you $100 right now and told you, I'll be back, give you another $100 tomorrow, you'll probably spend that $100. If I give you $100 and tell you I'm not going to be back for 6 months, you're not going to spend it so quickly. If Hezbollah doesn't believe that it's going to be able to get resupply of rockets and money and other things, it may not be quite as willing to spend those munitions if it doesn't believe it's going to be able to get new ones. Right now, they don't have a way to get new ones. They can't simply fly things from Tehran to Damascus and then have them driven across Syria and across the border into Lebanon with Syrian military escorts. That doesn't happen anymore. Hezbollah is very, very desperate to see either that Assad wins, so that route is resumed, or at a minimum, that the Alawites maintain control over the Alawite traditional areas along the coast and they can continue to get shipment through places like Latakia.